This is a instructional video for Elliott Realty Luxury Properties Sea Dreams. And so what I'm doing now is making a video to show you how to play this game. When you arrive, typically it's going to be in a menu or somewhere else. We're going to go through all the different ways for you to get to where you need to go. If you show up and it's in a menu just like this is the Arcade Classic menu. But there's several other menus. For us to get from here to there, we're going to hit that middle yellow button. That's going to take us to the System Selection menu. From here, we can now scroll through Arcade Classics, and we're just going to use the joystick. We're going to go up and down, and this is going to take us through Atari 2600, Atari 7800, ColecoVision, Sega Master System, Sega Mega Drive, Sega 32X, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PC Engine, PlayStation, Vectrex, and then there's an all game menu. You can use the all game menu. I would suggest using these selective menus because there's so many games in this package. Either way, to get into the menu, such as the all game menu, we're going to hit player 1. This is going to load us into the all game menu. You can scroll up and down one at a time, or you can hold it up and down, and it'll go kind of fast. But if you hold it left to right, the joystick, it will go very fast through the alphabet. Now what I suggest, like I said, is going to a specific menu to find stuff, but you don't have to. Here in the all system, the all game menu, as you search through, it'll tell you what system it is. Sega Mega Drive or Nintendo system or PC Engine, it'll tell you what it is. As you're going through, it'll give you the name, and typically it'll bring up the date and everything else. Now, if we want to go back to our all system menu, once again, as long as we're in any menu, we're going to hit that middle yellow button on player 1. Now, we can go down to arcade games. Arcade games is very important to understand how you're going to play those. So first we're going to go into the Arcade Classics by hitting player 1. Then what we're going to do, like here's a game here, we're going to have to load in these games. So once again, we can search through the games, up or down with the joystick. You can search. And then when we want to play, we're just going to load it in by hitting player 1. This is now going to load the game. Now, instead of putting quarters in, which we're not going to do, this is a free play button. So this blue button on the front is going to be how we credit arcade games. All arcade games have to be credited. That's just how it is because they're real arcade games. So, here we go. We just push it. Then we just either pick our player 1, player 2, whatever you want to play. And of course with these, you got several options before you take off, start playing. And then the game will take off playing. At any time, and also remember that if you come up to the game system and it's in a game, how you're going to get out, anytime you want to stop playing, you're going to hold down player 1 just for a couple seconds. When you see it stop, let go. Once the screen stops, let go, and it's going to take you back to the menu, and you can then scroll through, find all sort of games that you want to play. So many great games. Super Punch Out. I mean, it's just loaded up with arcade games. Your classics are in here, like Miss Pac-Man, Galaga. All those are in here as well. And they're going to do the same thing. When you find those games, you're going to load them in by pushing player 1. And then once they're loaded in, you'll credit them, then take off playing. So now, we want, once again, we're in the arcade menu, but now we want to go to a console menu. So when we're in a menu, we can now hit our middle yellow button. This is going to take us to the System Selection menu, where now we can scroll console games. So we'll simply go to Nintendo. We'll hit player 1 to load in Nintendo. And now, here we are. We're in Nintendo games. I mean, it literally has almost the whole entire catalog. Very cool. Like here's Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Shows you the box. Typically, it'll give you the year or two that it came out and the system that we're playing. Now to load Mike Tyson's Punch Out, just like others, we're going to hit player 1. And there you go. So Mike Tyson is now loaded. And then we're just going to take the path. We'll figure out the path to get through. Typically, you're hitting player 1 with this red button. The red button's typically going to be your go-to button for things. So once again, we're off and playing. Anytime we want to find something else we want to play. We're going to hold down player 1. This is going to take us back, and we'll hold that down till the screen stops. Then we can go here. Once we get here, this is our game. This is our Nintendo Entertainment System area. So now we're going to want to go back to the menus. So we're going to hit this middle yellow button. And now we're back, and we can go to Super Nintendo. We can go to PlayStation. We can go anywhere we want to go. Once again, to enter that, we're at PlayStation. We're just going to hit player 1. It's going to load in. Hit player 1 to load the game. Just wanted to get a quick look at this Flying Mario Supercade with over 5,000 games. And once again, now this game's going to take off. Once things get to going with the games and stuff like that, once again, to get out at any time, we're just going to hold down player 1. It's going to take us right back to this menu. We're going to put the yellow button, middle yellow button. It's going to take us back to the overall. This does have trackball games. There's a few bowling games in here. Centipede, Millipede, Star Trek. You can even play Operation Wolf. These are all arcade games that you can play through here. There's also other games that you can play. This is a dual port charger to charge any device. And inside the corner doors we have the volume control, but that'll be for the property owner and the Elliott ability to adjust. Do not go into this game for any reason. Do not attempt to. No one's putting money in it, so there's no need to go into it. If you have any questions, if the game freezes up, you just simply turn it off, turn it back on. If you see something on the screen that the game doesn't seem to be playing, you just simply turn it off. There's a main power supply on the very back. We're probably going to put a 5-way here, where you can just reach down, turn it off, and turn it on. Typically only need to have this on just before guests arrive, and then when guests leave, they can turn it off, or the folks come in and turn it off. It's not, you really typically don't want this to run for days and days and days on end. So, having said that, if you have any problems, any questions, you can give me a call, shoot me a text at 843-450-0171, and I'll help you out with any questions you may have regarding your game here at Elliott Luxury Properties at Sea Dreams. Hope you guys have a great evening. To get your game on, give me a call at 843-450-0171.